I'm Joe Baker. I'm from Sevier County. I grew up in the Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area. And we started Old Smokey Distillery about a year and a half ago. In July of '09, the law passed in Tennessee that allowed for the distillation of spirits. We quickly started the process to get licensed at the federal level and then the state level. And in about June of 2010, we started distilling our first spirits. My family has lived in the area for the last 200 years or so, and it's just been part of our heritage and our culture. Moonshine has just been part of the way of life here in East Tennessee. And you know, being around it, hearing about it growing up, it was something that was always interesting to me. And finally, the opportunity to share that with folks from all over the world was exciting to us. Our ingredients, including our corn, all comes from here in Tennessee. We mill it locally, and we have good friends and family that are involved in milling the corn so that we can ensure that we've got the freshest ingredients to start the distillation process.
Well, my name's Klaus Valentine. We live here in Jefferson County, and we've been grinding corn in our little mill for several years now. And we got connected with the little whiskey still in Gatlinburg to grind our corn. We're grinding corn for them up there. And we're growing some of the old original hickory cane variety where we've had the heirloom seed in the family for 25, 30 years now that I know of. The old-timey hickory cane corn that we're growing here that we've kept as an heirloom seed, the old-timers used everything about it. When this corn is just putting on the silk, and the silk's is first starting to turn brown, it's soft and tender and it makes a real good sweet corn. And then when it dries and turns down on the stalk, it grinds real well and makes a real sweet cornmeal. One of the main reasons that they quit using this corn as much, or as it fell out of fashion, as some people would say, is that it grows real tall. The corn behind me back here is over 12 foot tall, and we're in a kind of a low area here, so the wind didn't bother us too bad. But if you can imagine being in a large field, this would blow down real easy. So the new varieties of corn, they've changed that. And this, for the most part, don't produce as much corn per acre because you have to spread it out more than you do the new varieties of corn that they're using today. So it's not used as much anymore, but it makes the best cornmeal and the best grits on the market. I'm not real familiar about the early whiskey making. My grandfather was an old Baptist preacher, so we didn't have too much whiskey talk in our family, but this is the only corn, for the most part, that was grown in East Tennessee back years ago. So this was the corn that they made their hooch out of back years ago. Once we get our corn, we bring it here to the Valentine Mill, which is here at Deep Springs, just outside of Dandridge, Tennessee. When we bring our corn in, we've got a loading system outside that brings it in. We put it in our bins upstairs, and then it comes down into the elevators, goes through a cleaning system that's got a scouring machine and a sifter and a blower system on it. Get the corn good and clean, get all the dust and shuck and cob out of it. And then it comes into the hopper above me right here, above the stones. This is the stones where the process is actually done. We grind it. Once it's ground, it comes through the spout, and this elevator takes it back upstairs. It goes through a bolter sifter system that separates out the bran from the cornmeal and the grit from the cornmeal, and comes out in the boxes here behind me. And then it's bagged up, weighed out, and brought to the sewing machine here and sew the bag up, stamp our name, and it's ready to be sent up to the whiskey still to make whiskey.
Hi, I'm Justin King. I work for Old Smokey Distillery. I'm the master distiller here, and I'm going to show you how our process works. We bring all the corn in from Klaus Mill, Valentine Mills, and we actually do a corn wash. We actually heat water up, we add our corn to it, and that makes all your starches in the corn. turn into fermentable sugars. We then actually cool the corn down back down to room temperature. We add our yeast to it, and then at that point we pump it in the fermenters to start our fermentation process. During the fermentation process, the yeast eats up all the natural sugars in the corn that we'd converted from the starch, and that's what actually makes our alcohol. Then we pump it actually into our pot still, and at that point you heat it up to around 175 degrees. That's when the alcohol separates back from the corn mash, and it's sent through our still, and it's condensed, and you have moonshine. My favorite is just your traditional corn whiskey. It's a true East Tennessee moonshine.
When we started the business, it was important to us to use local products, and when we started the construction, we tore down a lot of barns and old cabins that otherwise would have been lost. Everything from displays and walls to shelving for our jars of whiskey that we sell. So our product starts in the soil here in Tennessee. We try to bring it straight from the ground and mill it, our corn, and try to create a good fresh product that's all made here in Tennessee. We're proud of the traditions and culture here in the mountains, and moonshine is from corn, and here in Tennessee there are a lot of things we're good at, but we're awfully proud of the way we make whiskey.